afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. I'm Dr. Marla Goldberrg. I'm coming to you live to talk to you about Guided Spirit Conversations podcast. So let's back up. If you don't know who I'm a doctor of metaphysical healing, a non-denominational ordained minister, speaker, teacher, energy healer. I am a seeker and the creator and host of Guided Spirit Conversations podcast. So in today's show, which is what I'm coming on to talk to you about, I wanted to talk about my guest. So before I talk to you about him, let me ask you some questions. Have you lived your life in crisis or felt like it was catastrophic? Well, so did my guest. And in 2015, he had his cathartic opening and changed from being a very successful entrepreneur of real estate and investments and went into the metaphysical realm. And since 2008, this gentleman, yes, it's a gentleman, has been a spiritual coach, keynote speaker, and founder of Sacred Wealth Collective, a holistic wellness organization dedicated to embedding love and truth as foundational spiritual principles for an awakened humanity rising to its full potential. So, an interesting shift, right? I mean, and he's got so much to say. He's got 2 books since 2018. One of them is the new book, Truth and Love, and the other one is, okay, I have to find the name of this book for you, but it's about enough-itis. It's enough-itis. We're going to talk to Robert Althuis. I'm messing up this name again. I'm going to be known for screwing up names. And I apologize. Althuis. Robert Althuis. And Robert has an extraordinary story that he's going to share with us. And he's going to give us a little demonstration of coming out of your fight and flight to a place that is more peaceful. So I invite you to tune into my show, Guided Spirit Conversations at 12 noon Eastern Time, as Robert Althuis and I have a really amazing conversation. Now, if you have questions, that's good. If you watch the show on my YouTube channel and my Facebook channel, it is interactive and you are able to type in questions for Robert and or myself to answer. And I invite you to do so because I do the show. I created the show for you, with you in mind. And I truly wanted to bring the most amazing metaphysicians and spiritual thought leaders from across the globe to you so you could learn about who they are, what they do, their story. And what you'll find is that their story is probably not a lot different than yours. As somebody told me about family dysfunction, that, people aren't different. They just have different addresses, but going through it. And so we're going to talk about his journey and how he works with his clients and how he teaches and what his organization is about. So I do invite you to tune in at 12 noon Eastern Time. Now, my show will also be streamed live on LinkedIn and my other Facebook pages, Twitter, which is now X, Instagram, TikTok. If you can't see the show live, no worries. You can upload this podcast from any of your favorite listening platforms. It's on all of them. And if you like the show, like it, subscribe to it, and review it. I would love to hear your thoughts on the individual shows, but also if there's a metaphysician, somebody you'd like to see as a guest on the show, or a modality, a technique that you've heard about and wanted to learn more about, write to me at guidedspiritconversations@gmail.com or at marla@mghealer.com. And I'll be happy to try to research and get these individuals or get the technique find someone who does the technique and bring it to you. All right. So before I leave, do you recognize this cover? This is my book, My Fucking Long Journey to Loving Myself, A Guide to a Shorter Path. Yes, and I didn't want you to forget that we're coming on the holiday times. This is a perfect gift for yourself or to family and friends. It's a partial biography on my part, but also self help. So I tell you about my life, my dysfunction, what I went through, which is quite a bit. And I'm not saying that you didn't, I'm just saying that I did. And the techniques and tools that I use to help me to heal and to get on my journey and achieve my journey of self love. So, My Fucking Long Journey to Loving Myself, A Guide to a Shorter Path. You can find it on my website, which is Marla Goldberrg. Goldberg has 2Rs.com, or on Amazon. So, I invite you to please go order a book today. All right. Well, I'm going to get ready for the show. And as I do, I leave you by sending you love, blessings, and gratitude. Know how grateful I am that you're in my life in whatever capacity you're in it. For not only are you my student, you are my teacher. And not only am I a teacher, I'm a student. And I also want to say these 3 words to you. I love you. You are loved, not just by me, not just by family and friends, colleagues, community, but you have a plethora of beings on the other side of the veil that are just waiting for you to talk to them, to ask for what you need, want, and desire. And the more details you can give them, the better they can help you. So reach out and ask them. Now, I have 2 caveats about receiving. Number 1, be open to how the information comes to you, because it's not always linear. It's not like an answer in your ear all the time. Sometimes maybe, not all the time. You may find your answer or your inspiration or what it is you need when you hear a verse on a song, a movie quote, maybe you read a book or a poem. All of these things, all of these areas are places where you can get your information. You may overhear a conversation. It's like, bam, I needed to know this information. So be open. And the second part of that is, if things aren't happening at the time, in the time frame that you were hoping for, you need to look at your life and see what you might need to shift so they can then go and help you manifest what it is you need, want, and desire. Okay, I will see you in a little while. Until then, stay well. I love you. Have a great day.